When I was in the 6th grade, I was coming back from the gym and I was changing my clothes in the locker room, and all of the other girls came in, and one girl said that I had taken her clothes or hid them or something, and I said, look, no, I really didn't. I don't know where clothes went, but I didn't touch them. And it wasn't just her and her friends huddling around me. It became a lot of the girls, and especially the bully type girls in the school that were bigger than I was, that were taller, that were ready to fight. I ran out of the locker room and I went upstairs, and I just remember like huddling in one of the bathroom stalls and like hearing the other girls running up and down the hallway looking for me. Fortunately, I had a cell phone, and I called my mom and said, I need you to pick me up from school. I can't be here anymore. If someone had done something and said, hey, are you okay? Or is there any way I can help? Or stood up for me in that moment where I was in the locker room and everyone was ganging up on me, I think that I wouldn't have been affected as hard as I was with the bullying if somebody had done that. It's important for every bystander to know that they have a purpose because they have the potential to maybe possibly even save somebody's life. My experiences with bullying growing up were, first it was name-calling in school when I was younger, in elementary school, and people would say mean things then. But as I started to get older and go into middle school, it was so much more cattier. And then came the cyberbullying. Somebody's older sister had said that I looked heavy and that I should start throwing up. And to say that about anybody is horrible, let alone a 14-year-old girl. With cyberbullying, it's a whole different world, and that's the scary part is there's no teachers, there's no parents to put their foot down and say, you can't post this about so-and-so, you know. Most of the time, they're not even watching. So I think it's up to the kids and the teenagers that are on these sites to take the responsibility to step up for one another and really make sure that none of this happens, to make sure that it's being monitored. If you see something going on in front of you that's not right, you should stand up for what you believe in. You could be a hero for somebody if you stand up for someone. It's just really important that that person who is being hurt doesn't feel hurt and alone, but they feel like they're being supported by someone else and someone is standing up for them. We are so blessed in our generation to have the internet and sites on there that are used for good. You know, you can go on charity sites and donate money, and if you can't donate money, you can talk to your friends and stay connected with them, but say positive things. And it would only be a shame if none of us used it for good. I think there are definitely ways, whether it's learning and doing your homework or researching things that, you're just interested in. For me, when I get on the internet, I know it's really tempting not to go on these gossip sites to see, what's going on or what so-and-so saying about the shoes that I wore. I want to know, but at the same time, I know it's better for me if I go on CNN.com and learn about what's really going on in our world. And also going on my Twitter and reaching out to people if they're having a hard time or showing my support, or even just quotes that are inspiring to me. I just tweet them. And as simple as that, that little action can really actually change someone's day without me even knowing it. Even if you don't have as many followers as I do, you have people that are going to be reading it. And if you put positivity out there, positivity is what you're going to receive. If you are at school and you see a new student who is maybe being pushed around or, even just doesn't have any friends at school, I think one of the most exciting things about having a new person come to your school is not only do they have a new slate, but you also get to have a new slate with this person. So if, there were times where I wasn't the nicest kid in the world either when I was 11 or 12. None of us are perfect. But what we can do is try to do good and not focus on our mistakes in the past. And I think that's what I'm able to do now is, really acknowledge the people that are new in my life, and maybe friends, circle of friends or whatever. And for people at school, you know, the new kids in school, they need love and support too. So reach out to them and just, you know, be there for them so that they don't feel lonely and scared like you would if you were new to a school.